Tyrion and Sansa spend a joyless meal together, with neither talking very much. Tyrion is troubled because of the trouble he is having with Prince Oberyn and the Dornishmen that have arrived for the king's wedding. After dinner, Tyrion goes over Peter Baelish's ledgers and finds that Littlefinger has been involved in several shady dealings. He is then summoned to his father Tywin, who tells him of Robb Stark's death and that the war is almost over. Tyrion's thoughts immediately drift to his wife, probably praying this very moment to her father's gods for her brother's victory and her mother's safety. It is revealed that Tywin was able to orchestrate the slaughter at the wedding through letters he had been writing. Tywin says he will pardon all those who come back to his side, and that it should be easy to kill the remaining rebels. They know that the Blackfish Sir Brynden Tully left to guard Riverrun will not move on them, since Edmure Tully is still being held hostage at the Twins. King Joffrey doesn't agree with such generous terms, insisting that all traitors should be executed instead. He wants Lord Walder to send him Robb Stark's head so that he can serve it to Sansa at his wedding feast. Sir Kevan is shocked and reminds him that Sansa is now his aunt by marriage. Cersei tries to dismiss his statement, calling it a jest, yet Joffrey insists. Tyrion angrily tells Joffrey that he can't torture Sansa any longer, calling him a monster, to which Joffrey replies that Tyrion is the true monster. Tyrion counters that Joffrey should be concerned then, as monsters are dangerous, and kings are dying like flies. Joffrey and Cersei are furious about Tyrion's threat, but Lord Tywin scolds Joffrey instead, advising him that a king who feels the need to remind people of his power is no true king. King Aerys never understood that, Lord Tywin says, as proven by his habit of having the tongues of people like Sir Ilyn Payne ripped out, but Joffrey will. It is necessary to fight your enemies, but if they yield, generosity is the right approach. Lord Tywin closes by telling Joffrey that the only head he should be concerned with right now is Margaery Tyrell's maidenhead. Joffrey is sullen, and then surprises everybody in the room by defying Lord Tywin, accusing him of having been afraid of King Aerys. Tyrion thinks that things just got interesting. Cersei demands that Joffrey apologise to his grandfather, yet he goes on, recounting how it was Robert Baratheon who fought Prince Rhaegar and won the crown, while Lord Tywin hid at Casterly Rock. Tywin orders Sir Kevan to escort Joffrey to his bedchamber, and Pycelle to give him some dream wine, completely ignoring Joffrey's protest. As Sir Kevan firmly guides Joffrey out and Pycelle follows, Tyrion and Cersei remain on their father's order. Tyrion gets back to the business of war. He congratulates his father, asking him how long he had been plotting with Lord Walder. Lord Tywin objects to his son's choice of words. Tyrion retorts that he doesn't like being left in the dark, and his father explains that nobody was told who didn't play a part in the execution, including Cersei, stressing how important it is to keep secrets, especially in King's Landing. The discussion moves on to the Dornish issue. Tyrion is more serious now, predicting that Oberyn will not be pleasant, and he points out that Oberyn knows it was the Mountain who killed his sister and her children. Tywin replies that Oberyn knows nothing and has no proof of anything. The conversation turns back to the Stark murders, and Tyrion points out that sacred guest right had been violated. Lord Tywin replies, "The blood is on Walder Frey's hands, not mine." He explains to Tyrion that Roose Bolton will become Warden of the North, and that his bastard son will marry Arya Stark. The revelation that Lord Bolton was involved in the conspiracy is not particularly surprising to Tyrion. Lord Tywin expects that the remaining insurgents will be ready to yield by spring, also pointing out that the North will eventually go to the son of Tyrion and Sansa. In this context, he reminds Tyrion that Joffrey is not the only one who must take a maidenhead. Tyrion asks his father acidly when he believes his wife will be most fertile, before or after he tells her that the Lannisters have just killed her mother and brother.
What do we say to the god of death?
Not today.